A beautiful morning to all dignitaries, guests, and teachers. I, Mrs. Rowena Joseph, welcome you all for the Faculty Empowerment Program organized by the Department of Management Studies of Achievers College of Commerce and Management, Kalyan. To start our first day of our Faculty Empowerment Program, let's invoke God's presence amongst us. I request Ms. Jyotsna Beredia from the technical team to play the Saraswati Vandana. Over to you, Jyotsna Madam. Thank you, Madam. A college believes in training, developing, encouraging. In simple words, always to keep on progressing and learning, working hand in hand and motivate not only students but also teachers. There are a lot of things to say about our college, and there is one bright person who can brief us about it. Yes, it is our young, dynamic, and always motivating our staff, our Achievers College Principal, Miss Sophia D'Souza. Over to you, Madam.
Yeah, thank you, Rowena, Madam. Good morning to everyone, all my colleagues from faculty, teaching departments on various states who have joined today for this 5 days online faculty empowerment program. You know, this program is organized, this session is organized by our Department of Management along with Financial Planning Academy. So, well, our college was established in the year 2013 with just 7 classrooms, and today we have established it in a, we have come a long way with the journey. We offer 9 UG and 2 PG programs as of now, and has also received, we are also a PhD center now. So, recently the college has graded by NAC with B+. The motto of organizing this session today is that we have always heard that teachers, they teach students about, all the departments, all the fields have been, the basic groundwork is done by the teachers, be it any field. So the reason we are here is to develop our teachers in their own lives. So we have, for the next upcoming 5 days, we have various programs such as management of personal finance, personal branding, work-life balance, and today we have academic goal setting by Dr. Shraddha Bhome madam. So wherein we teach students about goal setting. So the goal has to be smart, that is specific, measurable. So all these things are taught by us in our academics. But do we as teachers, do we follow it practically? And I have a person in my life who has told me two things on my every birthday. One, which is he always asks me, what have you achieved in your last year? And another thing he does is, you should add one page in your CV until your next birthday. And this person is none other than our chairman, the institute's chairman, Dr. Mahesh Bhivandikar sir. So with this vision of his to taking ahead to all the faculties who have joined from various states like Goa, Haryana, Bihar, etc. So we would like to invite each and everyone to add one page to your CV before the upcoming academic year. Thank you so much. And I once again welcome each and everyone, and special welcome to Dr. Shraddha Bhome madam. Welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Moving on next. At Achievers, the inherent belief is that the art of teaching is all about the art of awakening the natural curiosity of young minds. To train these young minds to grow more and more high, we have a motivator, as said by our principal ma'am itself. He is the one who always motivates us, he guides us, he's always ready to help his staff with a broad smile. And he considers everyone as an achiever's family. Yes, it is our very own, our chairman, Dr. C.A. Mahesh Bhivandikar sir. And I request our sir to address every one of us for this faculty empowerment program. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Rovina. Thank you very much. Honorable Shraddha Bhome Madam, respected Principal Sophia D'Souza, Vice Principal Sana Khan, Head Department of Management, all teachers or stalwarts in the faculty and participants all over across India. Friends, the Achievers College at its young age of 7 years has achieved B+ grade in NAAC, and it has been continuously striving hard to attain more and more heights in the education. So we have thought of empowering teacher, and aided college teachers are always been invited by academic staff college for faculty development program. Many of the colleges are organizing research-oriented workshops for the teachers. But we thought that unaided college teachers, being deprived of many things in life, right, to academic facilities, we thought of empowering them. And to this mission, we are proud to say that Financial Planning Academy, headed by Dr. Vishal Gada, has cooperated with us. Sir, let us empower faculty, and starting with their academic goal setting, financial planning, or say retirement planning, or all topics like collaboration, networking, work-life balance, because again, new education policy is being implemented. Teachers of the unaided colleges are working right from 6 to 8 hours or 10 hours a day. So there needs to empower them with good kind of knowledge and reach them their academic goals and make them lifetime achievers. So with this vision, madam, we have started with this mission of empowering teachers, and I am very much thankful to the opening batchman of this event, Dr. Shraddha Bhome, who will definitely give justice and empower all of us. I have learned a lot of things from her. I have been listening to her motivational addresses over a period of time, and I hope everybody will enjoy and learn, have a great learning out of it. From Achievers family, We wish all the success to all the participants and all the teachers. This workshop is made live on YouTube, so who have not joined can again view it at their own time or leisure. So thank you very much, Principal Madam and Department of Management Studies of Achievers College and Financial Planning Academy for organizing such a wonderful workshop, and hope we keep on doing such workshop in future too. So thank you very much. Over to you, Madam. Rovin.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. So not wasting a much of time, moving further, I call our HOD of the Department of Management Studies, Ms. Monica Virwani, to introduce our guest of today, guest speaker of today.
Yes. Thank you, Rovina ma'am. I welcome you all for 5 days national level faculty empowerment program. Today is first day of faculty empowerment program.
Monica, ma'am, your mic is muted.
Okay, sorry. Today's guest is Dr. Shraddha Bhome madam. She has completed MCom, MPhil in Commerce and PhD in Commerce. She has teaching experience of 16 years in UG, 8 years in PG and 6 years in research. 11 students have successfully completed PhD under her guidance and 3 has submitted thesis. She has written 78 textbooks for various universities for undergraduate students and 3 for post-graduation students, and also reference book for their students. She has authored, co-authored, and presented more than 125 research papers in national international conference, of which 50 plus are awarded as the best research paper. She is one of the additional board of 5 journals. She has been invited as a resource person in more than 50 colleges across India and delivering various sections in research methodology. She is a member of board studies at 5 colleges. At present, she is a vice principal and head of the department for BAF and MCom, Banking and Finance at Satish Pradhan Sadhana College, Thane. We welcome you, madam. Now I request our today's guest, Dr. Shraddha Bhome ma'am, to start the section.
Thank you so much for the lovely introduction. Good morning, everyone. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Thank you so much. First and foremost, I would like to thank Dr. C.A. Mahesh Vivandikar sir for always inspiring and motivating. Then Principal in charge, Madam Sophia D'Souza, Vice Principal, Head of the Department, BMS, and CA Vishal Gada sir from Financial Planning Academy for organizing such a vibrant workshop or faculty development, rather empowerment program in this summer vacation for the teachers, so that they can do next summer vacation. We can, have a balance out of their CV, balance out of their CV, and we can have all have achieved after the session. Definitely fill in the blanks kind of thing. As I was listening to Madam Principal Sophia, she said every year Mahesh sir asks you how much page the CV is getting increased. So there is a man. There is a man behind you who asks. But according to me, for my CV, I must say here, I am 40 years old at the moment, and my CV is 41 pages with only 10 size font. So what I have given today is a summary of my CV, which is 4.5 pages. So really, sir, thank you so much for inspiring, young generation. And yes, even I always thought what I have done yesterday and what I have to achieve today. So that is really a goal setting, which we have to do as a faculty member when we really deal with our own students. This is what I feel. Okay, my entire PPT is only images. Don't ask in between, to zoom the screen or nothing is there written on any of the thing. So whatever is there, I'm going to speak. You are going to have answers in between. We will discuss all together and we will make a list of all the goals we have to achieve in our teaching curriculum. or in our teaching learning process. Because we all are teachers, we have to learn always, and we have to set the goals and achieve the goals. So all my PPTs are exclusively the images which I have taken. Nothing is there. So don't ask anything. Yeah, I will be sharing a PPT if you want with the organizers. They will post it on WhatsApp group of the workshop. Okay. With this, I will start with my today's presentation. Okay. We all are teachers and we all are setting the goals. So how are you growing as a teacher? I would love to hear about the goals you have set for yourself as a teacher. It is a possibility that I might have left some things out. So let's keep building the list together. Are you all ready? You can unmute yourself and we will make the list. Are you ready, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Chalo.
Yes, ma'am.
So suppose
Yes.
I am MCom at the moment and I am just 24 years old. I am MCom and I want to become a teacher. So what should be my first goal?
Net set.
Yeah, net or set. If I want to be a teacher in any degree college, right? Then what will be my second objective?
PhD.
I should do doctorate, right? So we can say doctoral program. But do you feel all of the sudden can you go for doctoral program? Rajesh, मी session मध्ये 1 वाजता free होईल. Do you feel I should directly go for doctoral program?
No.
So what should I do for doing doctoral, or what should I do to go for a doctoral degree?
Research papers.
No. First is you need to do reading. Reading will make you more and more achievable because you will come to know what you are reading, whether it is relevant or not relevant. Am I clear? Then you should go for writing the research papers. That research papers can be critical review of literature papers, some may be secondary database papers, some may be primary database research papers, and the last thing, micro and macro goals. Understand, I should do data analysis of the collected data with certain statistical techniques. So only if you are saying a research paper, what all things cover in this? Review of literature paper. Then you may have another is a secondary database paper, then a primary database paper with graphs and tables, and then the last step over there is you should have proper sampling, no sampling errors, and data with proper statistical analysis at 1% or 5% level of significance. So this is what is expected. Okay, so you need to be NetSet or PhD. For doing PhD, you should do reading. That is called as review of literature. Then you should write some research paper. You should write some textbooks or reference books. What else you will do as a teacher? So you will try to improvise academic writing. Am I right? The proper word in next language is academic writing. So that has to be improvised. What else you will do as a teacher? What else you will do? Come on, speak everyone. Yes? Anyone? Anyone? Bus, you have to do NetSet and PhD, that's it. You may go for See, if you are a teacher of accountancy, you may go for professional qualifications like CMA or CA or CWA or CFP, like that. So this is what is expected. Or MBA, professional qualifications. So this is list of goals in your life, being a teacher, right? So let's focus on how are you growing as a teacher. So let's discuss about a past goal you have set for yourself as a teacher, that is net and set, and how successful you were at meeting it, because net set exam results are only 6%. So you have to try. And also, let's discuss your future goal and tell us what your plans are for reaching it. So I told you, to have the doctoral degree, you should start with reading, review of literature, start writing small research papers on various aspects, as I said. So if you took out a piece of paper and list all the tasks you have to complete in a given semester in your current role, I bet it would look daunting. You may feel anxious thinking about how you must finish it all 3 to 4 months time span. So this is really a very small time in which we have to achieve our own academic goals as well as all the duties and responsibilities, being the teacher, being the mentor, and being the guide of the students. Lot of professors feel distressed at some point in their careers. I know. I did several times. Frustration. For many, it can feel like progress on any given day is minimal. So it's important to take some time every year to look back over all that you have achieved and set some goals for the year ahead. So goal setting helps you keep perspective and makes it easier to track your progress throughout your degree. Before you choose your goals, think broadly about what your program and committee expects you to accomplish in next 12 months. Are you required to present a paper at the conference? You will ask yourself, am I supposed to pass a comprehensive exam or secure your next year of funding in research? Check your program requirements or talk to your committee if you are unsure. You will come to know what are you supposed to achieve. So next, think about what you want to accomplish beyond your program requirements. Do you want to decide on your PhD topic, learn a new technique, or apply for prestigious fellowship at foreign universities? Once you have established your big goals, you need to reframe them in a smart way and say, so why are goals important? Why are goals important? We will make a list of goals over here. Setting goal provides you with focus and something on the horizon you can look forward or look towards. Without goals, you may do a lot during the day, but yes, getting anything done or completed You could be working on a low priority task while foregoing progress on more important assignments. That is a reason you have to set the goals: short term, medium term, and a long term. So, having a few well-crafted goals will allow you to rank or prioritize them based on your needs and those of your family, students, and community. Note that I mention a few goals, not many goals. Stretching yourself to thin, especially repeatedly across many semesters, can lead to burnout. Exhibit strengths, set boundaries. Now, where to put your efforts? That is most important. You have to set the boundaries. Do not watch television at all, or neither OTT platforms in the growth stage of your academician or a mentor or a guide towards the student. This is what I have followed in last 16 years of my career as a teacher. I never watched television. Then moving on to next slide. How do I set the realistic goals? Yes, there are many school of thoughts you will find on how to set the goals. The key is to make them measurable, as rightly said by Madam Principal. But yes, along with that, your goals must be meaningful. That is most important. So one common goal setting method, which you can see on the screen, is SMART. It is pioneered by Professor Doran in 1981, and now it has been popularized by none other than Professor Peter Drucker since 1992. Similar goal-setting methods are adopted in variety of businesses, government officials, as well as in academic situations. So here, SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. So SMART is a common goal setting acronym: specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time bound, or timely. So your goals must be specific. If your goal is too broad, it will be challenging to make it meaningful progress towards it. So you need to get specific. Let's say one of your big goal is to complete your PhD. So to do that, you are going to need to spend a lot of time studying the relevant material. In research language, we call it as review of literature. According to me, at least before starting your PhD work, you must read related to topic at least one full year. I'm saying about the topic, not and then after that you are little bit eligible to frame the title of the research. So it is a specific thing. For that, you must read minimum 1 year before finalizing the title. Many people get confused between the words topic of PhD and title of PhD. Topic is a broader concept, whereas title is a specific thing. How? I'll explain. I'll give you the example. Suppose I want to do a PhD in ICT in banking. So ICT in banking is a topic of the study, whereas What is the title of the study? A study on application of ICT in cooperative banks of Thane region. So, after reading lot of literature available on ICT in banking, Shraddha Bhome has come to the conclusion that ICT in banking, I read about banking, I read about e-banking, online banking, but yes, an IT in banking. But nobody has written anything on ICT, information and communication technology in banking. So as a researcher, I have studied this topic, ICT in banking. Now, again, I'm becoming specific in cooperative banks. So how? Why I chosen cooperative banks? We all know ICT is well versely used in many of the private banks, many of the foreign banks, and our public sector banks. But yes, cooperative banks are little at the back foot over there in this case. So as a researcher, I will do a study on application of ICT in cooperative banks of Thane region as a study under the research. So this is a specific thing which I am going to learn about. Am I clear with the example? You can write in chat box, unmute yourself. It is not typical 90 minutes lecture or 60 minutes lecture. I'm just discussing what I have done in my career to achieve a little bit thing. So please be interactive. Okay, don't do like students. They just on the things and they keep mum and we keep on saying the things, right? So we must be specific. So what I say is, to do that, you are going to need to spend a lot of time studying the relevant material. But rather than just make study for quills your goal, make a list of specific articles, specific book chapters you need to read in order to get ready for your doctoral degree. So this way you have a better idea of what you actually need to prepare, and you can allocate your time accordingly. Now, when I'll say timely needs, I will give you the example of time management during PhD degree or any other research related work. Another example, nowadays school students are coming either undergraduate or postgraduate or those who want to do PhD. Madam, I want to do a PhD on our very well versed terminology, lockdown, impact of lockdown. So I said be specific. How will you be specific if I give you a topic of the research, impact of lockdown? Can anybody from the participants? Can anybody speak?
तड़प रही है जैसे मच्छी की जैसे उस जंगल में.
Madam, please mute yourself. Shraddha Ansari, please mute yourself.
Sorry, ma'am.
So I ask you all a question. If you want to do a PhD or a research in the topic of lockdown and its impact, how will you be specific enough? Can anybody speak? Or write in the chat box what can be the specific one title we can frame from this? Anyone? Okay, suppose you are from economics background, you may study impact of lockdown on Indian economy, or you may say impact of lockdown on share market, or impact of lockdown on teaching, learning, evaluation process, person, teacher, especially impact of lockdown on students' mindset and their attendance in online lectures. Then we have lot of things to discuss. Yes, two of the participants have written something, a study on impact of lockdown during pandemic and its impact. Ma'am, Payal ma'am, impact of lockdown during pandemic. Okay, pandemic and its impact on what? This is again a broad topic. Yeah, first wave on stock market. Meenal ma'am is saying lockdown, special reference to hospitals, then condition of nurses, mental health of family members of the patients who are suffering from lockdown, then pandemic and its impact on employment, then pandemic and its impact on our OTT platform which has emerged. See, media people can go on impact of OTT platforms, emergence of e-payment, e-wallet apps. Yes, students' academic development, MSME sector, so many things you can do with the help of one topic, lockdown and pandemic. Yeah, on consumer habits, we have transformed from grocery, even also we buy from various apps like Kisan Connect and Frazo and all the sectors. Again, impact of pandemic on all sectors will be the broad topic for the research, because we are the commerce people, commerce management, economics, finance, banking, so many things are there. Even banks have come up with touchless things. You just have that Wi-Fi wala ATM card. Automatically, without pressing the PIN number, amount gets debited from your account. So many new things have come up in this. So always listen very carefully. You have to read, write and rewrite. Then only you can be specific. Thank you so much for replying. I expect more replies from further parts. 10. Your goals must be measurable. Your goal needs to be quantifiable. So you can tell when you have achieved it. So I can say in the last year, I mean this current academic year 21-22, today I am taking around 17th session under faculty development program. But all my 16 sessions were on various angles of research methodology, and my 17th session is academic goal setting. So it should be measurable. Your goal needs to be quantifiable so you can tell when you have achieved it. For the above example, studying it's pretty easy to make the goal measurable. But by setting number of articles, how much I have read, or book chapters I have read or I have written or I have undergone by a certain date. So in 1 year span of the last year, before doing PhD, I have read 50 research papers. I have critically reviewed, critically written the analysis of research papers. I have read 5 books which are available in college library. I have written or I have read 5 books which are available in website in the PDF form. So sometimes it's bit harder. If your goal is learn a new microscopy technique, you could further refine this to perform a new microscopy technique correctly without assistance number of times. So with the second phrasing, it is more clear, more easier for you to figure out when you have achieved your goal. So you must achieve it properly. That is main aim, measurable. Then next is achievable. As mentioned before, breaking big goals down into smaller parts makes them more achievable. Not only is this more realistic, but it will also help you to determine if your goal is achievable. Do you have the necessary resources and skills to get this task done in the specific time period? If not, can you acquire them in time? That is what is expected. According to you, as a person, you must achieve what you are desired for. See, always it is important. People ask me, at the age of 40, 11 students have completed the PhD. I said yes. So that is achievable target or something fishy. People have that doubt in the mind. But yes, if you start your MCom at the, or rather end your MCom at the age of 22 or 23 of your life, then I don't think there is anything which you can't achieve at the age of 40. So you should have proper time boundness. How? Set proper goal. Yes, I did my MCom. That time MPhil was there, Master of Philosophy in Commerce. So I took admission for MPhil in the year 2006 in regular mode at SNDT Women's University. So 2 years MPhil. With that, I can, by the end of 2008 July, I have completed my Master of Philosophy in Commerce. I was just 26 years old. Then, yes, a professional degree is also required to teach to self-finance courses, especially BMS, BAF, BBI, BFM. So I completed my MBA in finance. I have not given this degree in the introductory part, but yes, and now I'm pursuing CMA from Financial Planning Academy because I am the coordinator for BAF. So being the accounting and finance HOD, I should also do something in professional qualification with respect to accountancy. So I'm doing CMA from FPA only. Okay, so this is what you need to achieve. You need to measure. You need to set. And in between that, I did my PhD, and now I have applied for minor research, and after once it gets approved, I will be doing it. So this is how you need to have step-by-step window for yourself. एक पेज पे लिखते जाने का what I have achieved in my personal growth. Yes, in between that I wrote so many books, so many research papers, which made us actually confident. When we speak, when we deliver the lectures, we can give lot of examples. And to write papers or to write the textbooks, we need to read a lot. So that is the in-between stage which you have to achieve in your life. Yes. So this is achievable. As mentioned before, breaking big goals down into smaller parts make them more achievable. So not only is this more realistic, but it will also help you determine if your goal is achievable. So if not, you can acquire them in time. Then yes, the fourth thing is realistic. It can be motivating to strive for big things, but you will continually be let down if you don't choose goals that are realistic in both time frame and the scope. दोनों important है. Time frame भी होना चाहिए proper and scope भी होना चाहिए. So budget in a bit of extra time to account for setbacks. So your timeline is not thrown off if something doesn't go according to the plan. So project management style of planning will allow you to be more and more flexible. You have to always think of what next I can do. Don't sit idly, don't watch more TV, don't watch more of OTT platforms, go specifically with realistic things. Now, timely or time boundness. You need to set a deadline by which you want to achieve your goal. That way, you actually do it. Sometimes the deadline is set for your own, but oftentimes you will have to set your own deadline for your work. I'll repeat what I said. Sometimes the deadline is set for you, but oftentimes you will have to set your own. So you have to set your own deadlines. Let's take the example of PhD. I said 1 year before doing your PhD degree, start with PhD degree, start reading 1 year before related to topic under the study. After that, once you meet your guide, supervisor, university, you will write the proposal, you will submit it. Once the proposal gets automatically, accepted and all with certain changes you will do. So basically you should know, I want to complete my PhD in 3 academic years. So 3 year is a time boundness in order to complete the doctoral degree. Many times people feel 3 साल में किया क्या किया रहेगा? No. Why? Person can complete PhD in 3 years if he or she is dedicated and committed to the research. Of course, along with regular household chores as well as college activities and responsibilities, along with proper teaching, learning, pedagogies. Yes. So how? Suppose today is 9th May 2022. I have registered for PhD. So 9th May 2025, my thesis should be at this stage. Before 1 month, I have submitted to university. Or if university is not accepting before 3 years, at least 9th May 2025, my thesis should be properly ready at my end so that I can submit it as and when university allows. So before that, 3 months, I should read and read what I have written so that if any changes I have to do, I can do. Before that 3 months, I should actually do a statistical reading. I should do proper analysis of data. I should find proper interpretations, and I should be in a position to give proper suggestions or recommendations to the community, to the society, to the government, and to the area in which I am doing a real research work. So practicability, practical application of your PhD is important. For example, I have done my PhD in application of ICT in cooperative banks of Thane region. So that time in the year 2012, I have taken Thane originated cooperative banks who are average in ICT adoption. I have designed one formula by which there was a customer expectancy model with the help of ICT technique. And out of this banks, some banks have used that formula and now They are the leading cooperative banks of tiny region. Rather, people believe in that banks very much than public sector banks for their ICT enabled services. So this is a practical applicability which you have to think in the last 6 months of the journey of your doctorate. Now you have 2.5 years in your hand. The very first beginning year, again you will read, rewrite, review and review. Critical as well as positive reviews will be written by you. Minimum 100 review of literatures are expected in the PhD journey. So in the first year of my admission, I will read, I will rewrite, I will synthesize and I will evaluate the earlier research work done by existing authors. And after that, I will frame the statement of problem or I will frame the title of the study. So now I have only 1.5 to 2 years in between, in which I need to develop the questionnaire, I need to have the pilot study, I need to have the proper sampling, I need to analyze it at 5% or 1% level of significance, I need to frame the questionnaire, collect the data, I need to go here and there in libraries and also to meet the respondents. Again, my questionnaire should be proper with proper sequence. If required, I may use observation techniques or I may use interview, focus group interview techniques. So for data collection, at least 6 to 8 months of the life of PhD journey, I should use form. So that is a time boundness. You need to set a deadline by which you want to achieve your goals. So that way, you actually do it. Now that you have set the goals that are specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely, it is important that you write them down. Because while reading, I have read that studies have shown, that people who write their goals down are likely to achieve them. घर में एक कागज लगाओ, व्हाइट प्लेन कागज, उसके ऊपर आपके गोल्स लिखो, ईयरली गोल, मिड टर्म गोल्स एंड trimester goals. It's okay. I will write one research paper and publish one research paper in UGC approved or UGC listed journal in one academic year. I will try to participate in state level or national level or international level conference. Not only participate, but also will try to present the research paper in the conference. What will this add to? This will add to my curriculum as a researcher. My journey will begin. I will mingle up with new professors of various other colleges, other universities, and I will exchange the ideas related to teaching pedagogy. I will try to mingle up with them. Will try to learn the new things, technologies from them. So, another great way to hold yourself accountable is to share your goals with your mentor or supervisor. कोई तो एक होगा जिसको आप आपका गुरु मानते हो, तो उनके साथ डिस्कस करो. And that will motivate you to do your own work. If they know what you are working towards, they can offer great advices to you, great resources to you to get you to finish the work. So this is all related to SMART. See, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. So being a teacher, my aim is to do the PhD. So I should read, I should rewrite, synthesize, critically evaluate, try to find out the gap between the existing research work and the current work, and then I will frame my title. So once I am ready with the title, it is very easy to make the proposal. Proposal format I know, I should be time boundness, 3 साल, 3 साल में मेरा काम होना ही चाहिए, चाहे मुझे दिन के रात या रात का दिन ना करना पड़े. I will do and I will achieve in time manner. While doing that, I will write one research paper. I will try to present the research paper. I will attend online FDP. I will also teach my students. This is expecting. We have to do. Anyways, we work 7 to 8 hours only in our college, self-finance courses. So apart from that, we have a lot of time to groom ourselves. So here, I would like to give you certain combination of SMART as well as macro and micro goals of the teacher. So let's focus on that combinations. Combining this method with the idea of macro and micro goals, often borrowed from the behavioral science for changing habits, can help you focus on goals you want to accomplish within a semester, within the project, within the course, or within the single lesson. So macro versus micro goals. Macro goals, we all know, they are broader ones. Overarching goals you have set for yourself. I will say another example over here. Now I am an assistant professor. I may want to become associate professor, professor, like that. Or if I am if I am in self-finance courses, I am a coordinator. I may want to become the vice principal. Then in some college, I may want to become the principal. Or I may have the goal to have my own college for students. So this is a macro goal. Getting my point? So macro goals are the broader ones. Overarching goals you have set for yourself, such as eating healthier or exercising. That is the overarching goals, right? We eat a lot of junk foods. So eating healthier and doing daily exercise is an overarching goal for any teacher. Sorry, but micro goals are the sub goals that will help you to reach a macro goal. So what is a micro goal? When the macro goal is exercising daily, 1 hour walking after lunch, or cooking only vegetarian dish 6 days of a week, and on the last day cooking non-veg. So that can be a micro goal, which will lead to the macro goal of eating healthier or exercising daily. Am I right, my dear colleagues? Yes? You can write in the chat box. Don't just listen to the lecture. So there are two important things to consider when setting the goals. First is find motivation. Early in the goal setting process, it is important to think about why you want to set a goal for particular aspect of your life or career. For example, maybe you want to improve your teaching because you want to see students apply their knowledge to more advanced topics, or you want to see higher final exam scores. So the more intrinsic your motivation, the more likely you are to commit to improvement in that area. And second is check your progress. Set periodic check-ins throughout the semester, once at midterms and after the finals, to see how you are making progress on your goals. You may find that you have fully met one of your goals by the midterm. So you can focus less on improvement there and you can refocus more effort on other goals. So maybe you have made a little progress on a goal and could consider focusing on it further. Maybe that goal needs some adjustments in future. You can resize it. Okay, so it is depending upon the situation at that time. So overall progress in the long term is especially rewarding even when one or two goals seem off track. That's fine, completely. So let's consider some example of goals and what we want to or how we will meet them. First is research focus goal. You likely have less time at the bench or in the field that you did in your graduation college or in your postdoc universities. Now your focus is spread across acquiring, funding, setting up and maintaining your lab, presenting research, recruiting and mentoring graduate or undergraduate students for the research work. So apply for 2 grants. That is the example. Macro goal. If you want to increase your lab's funding, a measurable and achievable single semester goal could be to find various positions open for applying the grants. So this goal does not commit you to long process of applying the grants immediately. So this will relieve the pressure of preparing those materials on top, making duties during the semester. So that is a macro goal. What can be the micro goal for this? Some tasks or micro goals can be accomplished on weekly time scales or monthly time scales. Searching the websites for granting the agencies, then narrowing the list of agencies in that funding areas in your area of research, then creating the file or database to store your findings about that agencies, calling them, asking the requirements from them, reading the funding requirements, material sources, then making the deadline on a calendar so that you can set timeline for applying your 2 options in a future goal. For example, somebody has written in the chat box, Madam, please explain about minor research project. See, for all teachers nowadays, aided or unaided, University of Mumbai had started 2 years before a minor research fellowship. They all give some grant, and then COVID has come and then it has stopped. So in that case, whenever the things come from Mumbai University, you can apply for minor research. But I would like to give you one more example over here. ICSSR, Indian Council for Social Science Research. If your college is under section 12B, they are giving the grants even to unaided teachers in self-finance courses of commerce and management, a grant to do a minor research project. It is ideally a research work which you do on the field related to current topic, and it has to be submitted within a year to the concerned institute. Even you can go for NGOs or companies who wants the research fellows or fellowship is being offered by them. So this is a micro goal that you have to search about agencies on the websites, narrow down the funding agencies which are available in your stream, then create the database, make the comparative statement, Then mark the deadlines and set the timeline for applying. So from that entire list, you can choose two best alternatives. So this is how example of research goal. I have told you applying for grants for minor or major research projects. Am I clear to all of you? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Am I clear? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Payal ma'am, Rachana ma'am. Thank you. Yeah. So, another example of research goal we will discuss is increase the number of people in your laboratory. So macro goal is if you want to increase number of people in your lab, your goal could be recruit one new graduate student or hire one new postdoc or postgraduate student. And what can be your micro goal then? Make the attractive website, keep it updated regularly, draft the job posting on that website, also on professional society job boards, have a regular coffee chats with peers, teaching courses with students specifically, then devote time in your own class to talk about the opportunities in your own lab. So that is called as a micro goal. So this is related to macro and micro. Then in research, now we will focus on writing goals. Writing takes a lot of time and often many iterations before a final paper or grant proposal is created. You likely have collaborators who are contributing to or reviewing the document. जैसे कि आपके guide. They can lighten the load, but will also have their own time constraints. Your guide, your supervisor. Although many of us have experienced long days and late nights writing and revising our work, setting attainable goals, and consistently working towards them alleviates the time pressure of these important activities. So let's take the example of writing goal. We can have writing a research paper draft. So if you are drafting a research paper, what will be your macro goal and what will be your micro goal? We will see now. So if you have identified the topic to write about, say the results of your long experiments or long reading, then single semester goal could be to complete one draft of research paper. What I said, single semester goal to draft one research paper. That is your macro goal. So to achieve that, what should be your micro goal? Outline the major methods, methodology which you are adopting, then set the writing goal for each day or a week, time or pages, sections. In setting a writing goal, you may benefit from making your writing time, shared calendars, scheduling it when you are least likely to be disturbed. So evening, post lunch, you can sit, or in afternoon, once you're back from the college, you can do when you're alone at home. Peace time. So you have to be keep updated about the current literature. That is another example of writing goal. So macro goal here can be you would like to do more to keep up with current literature. So your micro goal here can be sign up for email notifications from journals about newly published work, गूगल स्कॉलर पे जाने का या कोई डेटाबेसेस में जाके अपडेट्स आने के लिए आपको ईमेल करके रखने का, set aside specific time or days to check certain websites, then delegate some students in your class to monitor one or two journals which comes in your library so that they can bring to your notice that new journals have arrived. Madam, go and check it. वो बहाने आप जो सीख रहे हो उसका स्टूडेंट कम्युनिटी के लिए भी फायदा होगा. Our own research should not be, beneficial to us. It should be diverted to the next generation. That is also expected. A job of a teacher. मैंने PhD किया, क्यों किया? मेरा सैलरी बढ़ेगा, मेरा प्रमोशन होगा, बट अपने PhD का आगे वाले जनरेशन को क्या फायदा होगा? That is also a micro goal being the teacher. So this is about writing goal. Then the third specific goal of any teacher is teaching focused goal. क्या होना चाहिए? Teaching focused goal. You may have little control over which courses you teach and the time they are offered, but much of what happens in the classroom is where you can innovate. The time you spend in the classroom is set, but the time spent outside of the classroom on lectures, assignments, role plays, exhibitions. Suppose I am a finance and accountancy teacher. So how these new things like e-wallets, e-payments are used by street vendors or the hawkers or the ladies, who are especially selling in train and buses. How my time will be spent outside of the classroom on lectures with practical adaptability. That is also most important goal being the teacher. Whatever I am learning, I should do. Whatever I am learning, I should know whether and how it is practically used in society. If people are facing certain problems, I should come and say, give solution for such things. So, example of teaching goal, innovating in the classroom. Macro goal is, if you want to innovate in the classroom, one goal could be to find one new teaching method or tool in the class, as I said. And my micro goals can be read articles on current teaching trends, discuss teaching strategies with your peers, reach out to one or two industry representatives, try to have industry academia linkage programs for the students. So by working slowly and methodologically through your options, you do not need to commit a full semester to a tool you and your students may not like. So another teaching goal can be improve students' exam scores. Now offline to online, online to offline has brought tremendous change in the teaching pedagogy. So you have to improvise your students' performance in offline exams. That is your macro goal. So use higher Bloom's taxonomy in your exams. Move away from using the test bank, question bank provided with the textbooks. Move away from that. That is a macro goal. So micro goal can be read pedagogical research studies, rewrite one or two questions per exam in your top new assignment books, add bonus questions to your exams, analyze the results of this. So waiting until the final exam to test new questions may not provide you with results you are looking for. So your students could be confused which is to be answered. So you have to set such goals. Now here I would like to give you certain examples of our own goals for professional development as well as leadership or sharing expertise. So what are the examples? First, for professional development, academic goal setting for the teachers. Number 1, you need to attend conferences. Number 2, attend professional development workshops, start writing, grant writing, complete courses related to field or education, publish or exhibit work, review professional books or articles, participate in various faculty enhancement, enrichment programs, and develop your own professional material. These are the certain academic goals we have to adopt as a teacher. And now I'll be discussing leadership or sharing expertise examples. Chair the committees, departments, divisions, college-wide, at department level or division level or overall for the college. Serve as officer for placement or a research cell, whatever you want to do in future. Then present the papers in the conferences. Mentor the new faculties who are joining the departments. Sponsor student or college organizations.
स्कैन करके मेरे को मेल कर दो.
Tanzila ma'am, please mute yourself. CA Tanzila Khan, please mute yourself. Then chair the department, manage a center for innovation in teaching and learning project. So one thing I love about teaching is that the list of ways you can improve is a mile long. Am I right? There are so many things you can do. It truly never gets boring being a teacher. But because of the work of a teacher has so many dimensions, it's easy to get overwhelmed. You can't possibly do it all. So instead of trying to tackle everything at once, I recommend you to pick just one thing. Consider an upcoming time frame when you will be away from your regular teaching duties, like your summer break vacation or Christmas vacation or Diwali vacation. Then decide how much of that time you actually want to focus on meeting a goal, or you just want to do traveling and enjoying the life. If you do want to set aside some time to improve your practice, just pick one thing and focus on that. That is very important for the teacher. Now, as a teacher, what are the self-improvements which we should do while setting academic goals? This is my personal practical experience I'm sharing now. First is strengthen your technological skills. I don't know anyone who doesn't have some room for growth with technology. But it's one thing to say you are going to get better at technology, and quite another to take deliberate action to improve your skills. So become a Google educator, attend an unconference, get better at Twitter. Plenty of people have a Twitter account, but not everyone uses it to its full potential. So you just might discover why educators call Twitter. So the best professional development I have ever had is from Twitter. I think you have that personal branding session in another 1 or 2 days. So you have to strengthen your technological skills. Then, second thing which you have to do as a teacher is brush up on your pedagogy. No matter how long a person has been teaching, there is always a room open for pedagogical improvements. Whether you are learning new theories, brushing up on the basics, or just adding a new technique to your arsenal, improving the way you actually teach should be recurring feature on every teacher's to-do list. So you have to add new teaching strategies to what you are currently doing. Learn more about learning. Improve the way you differentiate instructions. If you are like most teachers, you think you could be doing a better job at differentiating. Then the third thing is improve your classroom management. Here is another area we could all improve on. If your class is not running well, your students are not focused, it's pretty hard to get anything else done. Because students' mindset nowadays from online to offline is really unbelievable. So we have looked at the topic of classroom management from a lot of different angles. Then next is adjust your mindset. One of the most significant improvement you can make to your teaching is changing the way you think about it. Mindset has a powerful impact on how you experience your work and whether or not you continue to grow and thrive. So here are some ways by which you can systematically work towards developing the healthier mindset. I'm giving you two names of the books which I have read in the last 5 to 6 years. The very first book which you can read is by Angela Watson. Change your mindset to transform your teaching. And you will notice a big difference in the way you process the daily challenges of teaching. Which book I said? Shall I repeat? You want to note it down? Shall I write in the
Yes,
chat
ma'am.
box? Mr. Praveen
Yes, ma'am.
Tiwar, please mute yourself. Praveen Tiwar, sir, please mute yourself. I'm just writing it in the chat box. All of you, just read this book. This is really awesome. I have written Angela Watson's Awaken. Change your mindset to transform your teaching. This is a book you can read. Also, I request you to pair this book with Watson's newest book, Unshakable 20. Ways to enjoy teaching every day, no matter what. This is another book. I'll just write it down if you want. Another book name. You will love these two books. They are available on Google also. I mean in PDF form. And if you will, means you will pair these two books, you will find yourself experiencing your work in a very different and happier way. That is most important. And yes, the last but not least, we should have proper human resource skills because we have to deal with our seniors, we have to deal with our juniors, we have to handle side by side non-teaching staff as responsibilities will grow. Once you become, when you are a teacher, you have responsibility towards only students. Once you become the HOD, you have the responsibility towards the colleagues of your department. Once you become the vice principal, the responsibilities differ. whatever departments comes under your fraternity, you have to take charge of all that HODs and the colleagues in that department. And once you are at the highest level principal, then you need to manage management, teachers, HODs, students, non-teaching, and admin staff. So many things are required, and for this you must do either MBA or any course related to human resource management that will really improvise our skills. Now, last 5 minutes, I'll be discussing on final thoughts. So, 4 takeaway messages from today's session. The very first thing is goal setting is like personal roadmap to where you want to be in your career. Even when the semester feels like it is slipping away, coming back to your core goals helps you focus on your next step. So, first message from my side is find time to relax. Give yourself the permission to stop when you reach your goal. If you plan to draft the introduction of a paper in a given week and you are done by Thursday, do not feel pressured to move on to your next goal immediately on Friday. Instead, you relax. Spend time with your family or your peers. Rewarding yourself a little now will help with motivation later. That is most important. First takeaway is find time to relax and breathe. Second is forgive yourself. Be forgiving when you do not meet a goal. Maybe that goal was too big and needs to be broken down further. So maybe something changed beyond your control and that goal fits with the direction you want to go. So building buffer time will help you to be prepared in case of emergencies or unseen issues. So try to forgive yourself and be active for the next one. Third, be realistic. When setting your goal, be realistic about how much energy you are willing to devote to the activity. Make a list of your current commitments and how long they typically take you. If you teach 3 to 4 hours in the morning, take lunch for an hour and then teach a 1 hour lecture. You may have 2 to 4 hours in the afternoon to devote to your goals. However, if you factor in standing meetings and office hours, then maybe this available time is closer to 1 to 2 hours at most. And last takeaway message is practice goal setting. The best way to get good at setting goal is to practice. Create just one goal for one of the category and another of your choosing. Share that goal with your friends, colleagues, family for feedback and accountability. Seek help when needed from the supervisors, head of the departments, senior people in the college. Asking for help is not at all a sign of failure. Know your limits. Seek help when you need it. So these are the 4 takeaway thoughts. As rightly said in Sanskrit, Uttishtata Jagrata Prapya Varanni Bodhata means arise, awake, and don't stop until the goal is reached. Thank you. Thank you so much for the patient listening.
Thank you so much,
Madam, it was
madam.
great. Madam, it was great session.
Thank you, sir.
It was. There are many takeaways to each and every one of us. You have really given great justice to the topic. Thank you
Thank you,
very
sir.
much.
I must
Yes,
say thanks to you. Because of you, I read so many things, and
yes,
I was just trying to correlate how I did in last 16 years. I mean, I was just going through my entire journey of MCom, MPhil, MBA, PhD,
yes,
and all. Thank you for that, sir.
yes. But definitely, teachers will learn out of it. Great,
Thank you, sir.
first
Thank you.
class. Yeah, Ravina, go ahead.
Once again, thank you, madam. It was really a wonderful session regarding academic goal setting. And I hope everyone will remember about the micro and macro goals. There were a lot of things, and especially about self improvement as a teacher. We are so much busy in this entire world that we are just going on with. But you actually taught us what are the things we can do as a teacher, what improvement we can do as a teacher. I really love the concept about the last thing what you said about self improvement as a teacher, where we can actually strengthen ourselves for the technology skills. We lag behind that. There are some few technical issues where we face, but it's really nice. And yes, a second point where you said brush up your pedagogy. That's really true. So I really love the point where you said about the slide self improvement as a teacher. So thank you so much, ma'am, and we will look forward for the micro and macro goals. So that's a lovely concept. Thank you so much for sharing your experience. That was indeed beautiful. And as we have completed the session, there were a lot of questions being asked by ma'am also. There were interactions with the rest of the people. But still, we start with a question and answer session. If in case, again, if you have any issues, you have any doubts, I doubt there might not be any doubt, but still, if you want to ask question, people, you can ask. Over to you. Anyone who has any doubts?
Yes, hello, good afternoon, ma'am. This is Assistant Professor Siddesh from MD College Parel. Ma'am, hello, is it audible?
Yes, please go ahead.
You are audible. Please go ahead.
Yeah, ma'am, it is really a very great session. You're giving this academic goal. I could just imagine how great you'll be the PhD guide. I really want to register under yourself as a PhD student. Thank you so much, ma'am. And my question is, you spoke about FPSC, CMA.
Yeah.
Me myself is doing CMA from Institute of Cost Accountancy of
Yeah.
India. So what's the major difference between FPA and US CMA?
See, USCM is basically an international degree. IFRS is about to come.
Correct.
So that new things are little additions are in international CMA, which I am doing from CMA USA. What do you say?
Okay. And what is a cost constraint?
Around 28,000, some in US dollars. I have.
Okay. Okay. And ma'am, is there any vacancy for PhD?
You contact on these two numbers.
Okay, ma'am. Sure. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah.
It was really a wonderful and informative session.
Thank you so much. Hope I have not bored you all.
No, not at all.
Thank you.
Any other question?
I think no questions.
I think there is no question. Okay, so I request everyone to on your cameras as we will have a screenshot of everyone. It's like a memory. So please on your cameras, everyone.
Ma'am, there is a request. Please send me also screenshot.
Sure, madam.
Great, Rovina, please proceed.
Yes, sir. So we have the feedback form link given in the chat box. You can give your feedbacks on that. So we have done with our today's session, and it was really a wonderful one. Now, all good things come to an end. So it's today's first day faculty empowerment program. So I would request Mrs. Kanishka Dingra, my colleague, to propose the formal vote of thanks and end the session.
Thank you so much, Rovina ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you are.
Okay. Thank you so much once again. A graceful afternoon to our dignitaries and all the teachers. It is my privilege to have been asked to propose a vote of thanks on this first day of faculty empowerment program. I'm on behalf of Achievers College, would like to express my sincere gratitude to today's speaker, Dr. Shraddha Bhome ma'am, we who have spared his or who had spared her valuable time from their busy schedule to grace this faculty empowerment program. A special thanks to our Honorable Chairman, Dr. C.A. Mahesh Pivendikar sir, for his all-time support. Special thanks to our respected principal, Ms. Sophia D'Souza ma'am, for being there and motivating us all the time. With a deep sense of appreciation, a big thank you to our Vice Principal, Ms. Sana Khan ma'am, for her support and guidance. I thank all the faculty members for active participation, and if I have missed anyone, there is a sincere apology from my side, and a big thank you to everyone for being here. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mahesh sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Sophia ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for being with us. Thank you.
Once again, the feedback link is given in the chat box. You can fill the feedback form. Thank you, one and all.